What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to this multi-time frame forecast. Here in Brazil, going to be going over Euro USD. Now, before we actually get started in this whole process, I need you guys to do one thing, and that's just like this idea down below. Not only does it support our channel, but it gives others the opportunity to see these videos as well. I say this all the time. There's more than enough money in the market for everyone. No need to be greedy. Do us and everyone else a favor. Like this video. Once you've done that, we can go straight back into this. So real quick, we're going on the monthly time frame as usual. We're just going to be picking out key levels of structure that are relevant to where price is at or where it's currently going. And as you guys know, we're just going to be picking that from a line chart. And this one is just really pray and spray. We're just hitting major significant areas of structure, critical peaks, valleys, and then you can see areas that have multiple peaks and valleys aligning with a particular area of structure itself. So, and then from here, as you can see, we already outlined a particular trend. So if we just zoom out real quick, you could just basically see there is a descending trend line initiated, kind of tested. Probably if we look at the candle, nope, the wick wasn't there. Tested once, tested twice, and then right now we're in a potential zone to be testing it once more right here. And that's why we are looking at this particular area as an area of interest for us. So we're bringing it down to a candlestick chart right now, as you can see. And we're going to stick with the monthly for a little bit and look for some particular patterns. Now, we do have this big push downward with a retracement back up, which is telling us that we do have a potential probability of making another big push downward, especially since it's already in the same direction of this major monthly trend line as well. So it makes sense for us to be looking for some shorts in this area as well. Now, previously, I did say we wanted to look for some longs, assuming it made it back up here. And it came back to test it, assuming it broke out of this trend line. Once again, that was an idea, but this one is more a setup. So remember the difference between setups and ideas. Ideas are just things that we want to happen or things that we're predicting is going to happen. A setup is more or less a valid, obviously, setup for us to get ready and execute based upon multiple pieces of confluence. So we have all these areas of structure that are outlined. Now let's quickly go into a fib and see if there's anything that aligns with the structure that we had put together. So the closest thing we have right now to where structure is at currently is actually at this golden fib ratio of 61%, which aligns with this area of structure as well. So what we're going to do is we're just going to outline this area of structure. Now remember, with these Fibonacci's and with these areas of structure, it varies based on your particular strategy. For me, I'm looking at stuff that's relatively close to structure and that's based on the Fibonacci's, because Fibonacci's from a consumer perspective is psychologically significant. And although a lot of the money is obviously institutional money within the market, as you guys may know, the consumer trader, so the retail traders, are actually dictating the direction in a certain way because of these various different instruments, such as the Fibonacci, for example. So if price is reaching a certain fib level, then there's a high probability there's going to be a great consensus that everyone is going to see that and it's going to go down to that level. But if we have more pieces of confluence, like this area of structure and this descending trend line that's being tested relatively close to this fib level as well, where price is at currently, then we have higher chances of us actually achieving that desired outcome. So we're just going to put the golden fib ratio of 68% plus structure plus trend line, and this is all on the monthly time frame. So we're just going to put that down right here so we can know and remember what we were looking at. And so if price does go there, then let's look at some key target points. So I guess I'll delete this one. And one of the key target points is actually going to be right here. So let's actually draft this thing up and show you more or less what we're looking at. Now let's take this fib back. Oops, wrong one. Where is you at? Nope, wrong one. Let's take this fig back up to this leg, and let's readjust this real quick. Figure out where we want to put this stop loss. So we're going to put it right above the 78% fib, and that's just giving us a lot of breathing room. We could be based on this, our risk management, risk to reward ratio, put it above the 86. But I personally want to keep it up here because there's this critical area of structure that you can see if we just pull it back that better aligns with this, based on the closing of the monthly time frame. So I just want to put it a little bit above this 78%, which is giving us some really good risk parameters as well. So that's why we have that set up. Now we can start deleting some of these other lines as well. Oops, wrong one. Okay, so critical areas for us to look out for when we're taking this trade. So once again, this is a setup because we are actually in the midst of it being validated right now. So we have to make sure that entry conditions are valid before we actually make an entry. However, for me, because I'm traveling abroad right now, both on vacation and still doing some schoolwork, I still want to be able to trade, but I don't necessarily have the time or the service, unfortunately, to be continually monitoring my phone every 4 hour candle close. So I'm taking a little bit more risk than usual whenever I'm traveling abroad, and that's just executing on a smaller percentage for these setup ideas. And if I can get time to validate them, then I'll come in with a proper percentage risk management on those trades as well. So I'll be doubling up. So when I'm traveling, I end up inheriting a little bit more risk. That's just because I'm with limited service. But basically, what we're looking at right here is a great shorting idea turned into a setup. We have three pieces of confluence, 61% structure, trend line. And based on your entry condition, we could have a valid entry setup for this one as well. The things you guys want to look out for are two areas of structure. So we have this first area of structure right here, which could be giving us some potential resistance or some consolidation. So you want to make sure that at this point we're at least at a break even, or we're slowly bringing our stop loss a little bit lower based on 4 hour structural levels, so that you're not inheriting a significant amount of risk. And the second area of structure that you want to be looking out for is this area right here. You can see we got initiated, tested once, tested twice, so this is valid. And right here is we could be seeing some actual resistance on this structural setup, or sorry, structural support as well. So because it's really close to our entry targets, you could in fact close it manually, or it could just take a nice little swing and hit our take profit with like a little spike on the wick. So we're just going to put TP1, and this is going to be the 127 fib of the monthly leg. So this is Euro USD idea turning into a validated setup with three pieces of confluence. The only thing right now is for you to validate it based on your entry conditions. Like I said, for me personally, because I'm traveling abroad, I'm taking a little bit more risk on these particular trades because I don't have the opportunity or service to monitor my trades while I'm out. Bad service and limited Wi-Fi while I'm out here. So thank you again, guys. Hopefully you guys are enjoying these setups and enjoying these ideas, and more importantly, that you're learning from these ideas and setups and videos as well, so that you are not needing these videos. Instead, you're able to go out and find these ideas yourself. Thank you again, guys. Hopefully you guys are making some money. Let's have a great week. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.